Good morning. I'm Grayson Hughes, and you're listening to Morning Jam, the indie music morning minicast that starts the day off with songs you were meant to hear. And this Saturday, as I'm sure if you've been listening in through the episodes of the week, I've been having a crazy rough week. It really hasn't gotten that much better, so I wanted to choose a song that really lets me relax. In fact, this is one of my favorite songs of all time. 1964, Blossom Caldarone. The way Blossom Caldarone sings over this, I guess you'd call it very simple jazz song, makes me feel nostalgic. Obviously, the lyrics behind it are all about nostalgia, or I'm not sure if it's wishing you'd want to be in the past, or appreciating that you've grown for the past, or maybe both. Because if you listen to lyrics, she's talking about how she's not a child anymore, and how things have changed when she's come back home, but I can't tell if the lyrics are supposed to be negative or positive, or maybe they're supposed to be both. Talk about the newspaper, have a wine. If you use music as something to relax to sometimes, 1964 I think is the song for you. It has an impeccable sound behind it, and I think no one could argue against that. Even if jazz music isn't your jam. I mean, I would never really consider myself a huge jazz fan, despite a lot of the music I like inspired by it. I just happen to love 1964's relaxed tone behind it. When I think of this song, I am transported back towards my freshman year spring break, because that spring break I had a lot of amazing songs I found, but this was the last one. And I always imagine driving home for the last time during that spring break, hearing 1964 for the first time, and I fell in love immediately and was playing it on loop afterwards. Something about how she sings it towards the end, you know my 10 o'clock curfew is no more, makes me just smile and feel all warm. Then you tell me I'm precocious. Honestly, if I really consider it, the message behind 1964 definitely resonates with me, because she talks about how she's not a child anymore, and she's left and she's come back a different person, but at the same time, just because she doesn't watch musicals in bed doesn't mean she doesn't have the song stuck in her head, as she says in the song. She's changed, but she's not different, if that makes sense. And going away from college and coming back home, especially for the summer or during spring break, I think I can really feel what Blossom is trying to evoke with her song. I'd like to personally thank you for listening to today's Morning Jam. I know this song is not your average morning jam, but would you not want to wake up to something if you're having a bad day with something like this? 1964 just really lets all that pressure off my shoulders. My psychology professor used to have us do a breathing exercise to relax, and he would say, take a deep breath. For the first one, exhale, drop your shoulders. The second one, imagine all that pressure and anxiety kind of going over you like maple syrup and just falling down through your feet. And then the third exhale, you feel where that weird tingly relaxing sensation is. His would always be in his knuckles or his shoulders or something. So, if you need to relax today, take that advice, listen to 1964. I'm Grayson Hughes, and this was your Morning Jam.